Okay, we'll talk and try to do demonstration of cheating at poker, and the big game right now is the Hold'em games, and I'm going to try to follow perfect procedure, which is shuffle, shuffle, strip, cut, shuffle, and then we're going to put 7 people in the game, and I'm the dealer working with an agent, and if I did this correctly, I'll have 3 aces in the flop. They'll make their bet, and I'll burn and turn another ace into the flop, and there's 4 aces in the flop. Evidence of a misspent youth. Now, of course, that's only to win the big jackpot amounts. If I were doing the same thing but with a partner, you might have to do that a little differently. Let me put the aces, let me bury the aces in the pack so that you know. And depending on who I'm dealing to now, shuffle and cut. And even though the aces were buried in the pack, depending on the game we're playing, if I want the, if I want the aces in my hand, I'm going to find the aces and deal them to myself. Oops, there's 3 of them. Sorry. Let's get the last ace. Bang, there's the last ace to myself. And let's suppose that we were playing, let me show you how that one sort of works. I get the aces to the bottom, and I'm going to keep them on the bottom. I'm going to put them face up so that you can tell every time I do deal off the bottom of the deck. So there are the aces off on the bottom of the pack. And they're face up so that you'll know every time I do that. Now, watch as I deal around the table. And all of these cards come from the top, and when I get to the card to myself or to my partner, I deal off the bottom of the deck. And that's dealing off the bottom. Now, if I was in a Hold'em game with a partner, it doesn't do me any good to put known cards in the flop from the jump, but what it does do me good to do, let's suppose that let's do a standard poker shuffle, 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 a strip, shuffle, a 2-hand release and a 1-hand cut, a 2-hand release and 1-hand cut onto a cut card, and now I'll watch carefully as my partner on the first spot gets the a pair of aces. That should be a pair of black aces right here on the first spot. Gives him an awful strong hand going into a Hold'em game. This isn't exactly the way you would do this in the game, but watch. Let's suppose that we're in a Hold'em game and that's what you dealt me. Ace-deuce is not a great starting hand, but not a bad starting hand necessarily either, but those are the 2 cards, and if you remember what they are, ace-deuce, right? And now as I set them back down, I've just brought another ace into the game, so I've switched out a card. It's called hand mucking, switching a card into the game. And there it is.